This crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York.
You got this! You got this! All right, come on, boys, keep it going! Take this, new baby, let's do this! Yes, let's go right now. Come on, let's make a play here! Guys, keep deep. Keep doing, baby! Come on, special team. Go get it!
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. Chooses to bring this one out. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The start of the give to Harris. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. This is Harris on 2nd down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Running for the first time with Jalen Warren. Having gain up about a handful there. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd down, Warren. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's brought down at the 44. A dose of the hurry up offense here. Ross off the play fake. Buying some time right. On the run right, running deep down the side. George Pickens the intended target. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's just a total team effort right there. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away. Lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
There we go. Easy. It's there.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Escapes out to... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's there.
Fields on 3rd. Getting out to his left. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4.
Here we go, son. West right here. 11.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. That's caught beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Fields out of the gun. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Christian Benford up to make that stop. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. First carry for the versatile vet for Darrell Patterson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Offense up to the line fast. The pistol snap, Fields. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for George Pickens that time. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Shotgun snap to Fields. Buys time, rolling right. He finds it beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here. Warren here from the gun. And he drives this forward to the 6. Offense in the hurry up here. Now Fields. Headed out right. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Warren running between the tackles. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Steelers hoping to break this tie before the half. defense up, that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
All right, boys, let's keep it up. Top 52.
First down of the game for James Cook. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Make a play here.
Now Allen off the play action. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Again, Allen to the air. He's got Khalil Shakir. This is ahead for about 5. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. Allen gonna throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Mika Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Don't jump. Ready?
The Steelers with some very good field positions. They get set, 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Fields. He's on the move. He's running with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. Ty Johnson now to return.
That's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Connects with Cook.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Allen on 3rd and 2. He finds Kincaid. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for second down. The Steelers calling their first timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down. It's Allen out of the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's good. And touchdown, Buffalo. So well done there. Come up with a touchdown and get within an extra point of tying this ball game.
So much of this game of football, Kate's about answering back. Punch, counterpunch. You give up a score, that's okay. We've got confidence in our offense. They can get those points back, and they deliver right there.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. The Bills tie this game 7-7. Bass now to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. He's got to push one deep down the right. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Right inside, give the wall. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 21. Has him on a quick hitter. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. 6 for them to figure out now.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Royal. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back's come up with more than he's used to on third down. But he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Hey, going up. We're going up right here.
Trying to run in Harris. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Right left side with Royal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Allen. Hits his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 34. The catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll have it on the other side. As he goes out. It's a 24-yard gain, so that gives them the first down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Get in that end zone.
Now Allen. Cook calls it in.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Pass complete to Cook. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. To try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
That's it. Keep it rolling. 56.
Here he is to throw. He rolls to his right. He connects downfield. Touchdown, Buffalo. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie They'll go for 2 and the lead.
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense enough to get this two-point conversion? Or is he going to play some defense and hope that they can make a stop?
Vance now to kick this away. Returnable from the 1. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And really, he's not going to escape. They take it down. Big play late in this ballgame. He'll look to throw it. On the move, headed right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Let's go alpha right here.
Now the throw. Chased out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, when you got to find somebody, you got to get sticky on your offensive line. That's exactly what the secondary did. It forces the throwaway.
Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Bills will take over possession. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Come on, boys.
Here he is to throw. Completed to his running back. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, only 3 or 4.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start.
Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted! And the Steelers get a huge return down to the 25-yard line before that tackle's made.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
An entire stadium of pressure now on Chris Boswell. And the whistles go off, so we've got a timeout, 9 seconds left in the game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the post. And barring a miracle, we're set up for overtime.
That's the life of an NFL kicker, a chance to be a hero, and unfortunately, he can't end this one. And now it's incumbent upon his teammates to pick him up and maybe give him that game-winning opportunity coming up in overtime.
Get that first down, fellas.
One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out.
Big play here. Big play. Let's make something happen. Come on.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Allen on the play action. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. It gets second down. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. Now, hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. His return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Patterson. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
On 1st down, Warren. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Second down, Warren gets it again. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
him snap it. Here's Fields. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. That'll be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Don't jump, right?
On the ground with Warren. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Working quickly here. So early movement to the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
You got it. Here we go. 11.
Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They've got to keep moving quick here. Throwing now. Forced out to his right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, you've got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you've got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. Looking to throw it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers break the tie and go up by 6. George Pickens, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Looking to his fullback now. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach. And you're going to be just fine.
Gets this to Kincaid. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills cut it to a lower point on the scoreboard. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Dante Jackson takes it away. Wow, he's dropped hard on the return by one of the offensive linemen. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And it took some extra effort.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Hurts throwing right away. Steps away to his left. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's caught. Smith. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Able to power through. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Comeback route here, and he's got Smith complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells that offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I'm sure after he called the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Allen.
Right back to Cook for another completion. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now Allen.
That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown.
From 13 yards out.
And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Hurts to throw.
They'll roll him out right.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
To
taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On the move to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Allen off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
This is Coleman with the ground. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And again, it's Allen. And caught by Cooper for a Bills touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. Off we go from the Steel City. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw to get things going. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, here's Allen. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll find his running back. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. Now it's Harris. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. We are through one. The Bills with the early advantage. And we're back to the Steel City after this.
That's garbage. Paid for this?
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Wilson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Look at the big guy rumble. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Beyond holding the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Allen gonna give it to Cook. Iomatic only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll start at the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. 2nd and a yard. He'll give it to Harris again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Matt Milano there to stop him. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Harris. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
You kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? No, on, get it together. No, better. You got to be better than that.
Trying to run for it with Harris. Harris on 1st down. He's not done. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. First and 10. On the handoff, it's Harris. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They run it over center with Harris. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass.
That one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. This taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Working 3 downfield. It is Williams. A run with Harris. Now a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler first down. Now Russ. Going left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And he's into the end zone. Mike Williams. Touchdown Steelers. Boswell adds the extra point. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 10-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, Allen. That's to the left side. Taken in by Coleman. And they will finally run him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here.
To the goal line and in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown Buffalo. Now pass to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will get out in front 17-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 2. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. Back to throw. Wilson. And for the third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man downfield, it's Kincaid. And he will get into the end zone. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to air this one out. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off, it's DeMar Hamlin. And the Bills are going to take over.
known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
On, Chingones! Play here! Yes, let's go right now! Make something happen! Come on! Come on!
Keep it up. Go, baby.
Baby!
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Guys, you got this. Just win.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And here we go from Miami. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a... at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
Tua take it right to the air. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And this defense offering no room at all if they got there. No gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Tua now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Now Tagovailoa on 4th. Taken in by Smith. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure is on. And it turns out they did pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
1st down. Here's Tua. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Let's go get 6.
2nd down carry for Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Timing is everything in life, but timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
This one's taken in by Hill. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Right there, that's what you want to see on the opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot instantly. You set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, I love that.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's find Smith. And they have this run to the red zone now at the 15. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. They just get the play off. That lines up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Dolphins in a real good spot to score. Running with A.J. out of the gun. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Flush down out to his left. He drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Tagovailoa to throw on 4th down. Throw caught by his running back. And he's out of bounds very close to that marker, but it looked a tad short. Oh, and it is! That's a turnover on down. Allen taken right to the air. On the move, hit it right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Chased out to his right. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Achan reels it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Tagovailoa throwing on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First toe to the game for James Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Looks like a gain of around 7, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. Tucks it and takes off.
Positive yardage is positive yardage, and he gets what he can before protecting himself and getting out of bounds. But it still leaves him a little bit short of the first and what looked like a broken play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Play action now with Allen. Rolling out to his left. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They will go. It's Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. 2nd and 4. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Allen on the play action.
Safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory.
Hey, we know that every single possession in this league is a premium. And these ones right before halftime with the clock dwindling down, well, they become even bigger. Setting your offense up for success with a return like that, you couldn't script it any better.
Able to find Uche. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
I don't know about you, Cole. I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If you can do that down at the backfield, that's all the damage you could do. If they sense him out, into one of those spots out wide.
Let's go! Corner, long, long. 20, TX. Help!
First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
They should find the right throw at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Momentum, hero!
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Short kick just reaching the landing zone. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He beams one, deep right side. And it's going to be knocked away, incomplete. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Allen setting up play action. Forced out to his right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Peter Kohu. And the Dolphins will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15. And it doesn't matter who gets them.